Now, multi-step problems with fractions can be a bit difficult, so I'm going to walk you through number 7 here, which has been giving some people some trouble. So, here's what I'm going to do first. You'll notice I have 5/7 times 3 over 2 plus n, and then on the other side here I have 145 over 84. Now, since this whole expression here is being multiplied by 5/7, I can get rid of 5/7 by multiplying by the reciprocal, which is the same thing as dividing by 5/7. It's multiplying by 7/5. So, by doing this, that enables me to cancel this out, and on this side, I'm just left with 3 over 2 plus n. Now, over here, I got some pretty big numbers. I've got 145 times 7 over 84 times 5. And what I'd like to do is I just want to make this a little bit easier. Now, since it's multiplication, the commutative property of multiplication tells me I can multiply numbers in any order and still get the same answer. So watch what I'm going to do here. Let me rewrite this as 7 times 145 over 84 times 5. Why am I doing such a thing? Here is why. Because now I can simplify 7 over 84, which if I do that, they're both divisible by 7. 7 divided by 7 gives me 1. 84 divided by 7 gives me 12. Now, I have another fraction on the other side here, right? 145 over 5. I can simplify that. If I divide them both by 5. 5 divided by 5, nice and easy, gives me 1. 145 divided by 5 gives me 29. Done this a few times, that's why I know it off the top of my head. So now, I've got an easier problem ahead of me. I'm going to rewrite everything I have. It's always good to rewrite your stuff. Don't try to do stuff in your head. I get 3 over 2 plus n equals 1 times 29 gives me 29. 12 times 1 gives me 12. Alright, so now I want to get rid of the 3 over 2. I'm not a big fan of that. I think I can do it. And you know what? I'm not a big fan of the 12 here. I can get rid of these fractions by clearing them. In order to do that, I'd have to multiply everything by a common multiple of 2 and 12. Luckily, a common multiple of 2 and 12, let's multiply everything by 12. Watch what happens when I do this. Multiply by 12 here. Let's cancel out. Multiply by 12 and 2. Let's simplify that. 12 over 2 simplifies to 6. And now I get myself 18 plus 12n equals 29. Which this is a little bit easier to digest than dealing with fractions, at least on my end. Some people like fractions. In my opinion, if I don't have to use them, I'd rather not. So now it's a basic two-step equation. Just subtract 18 from each side. Then I get 12n equals 11. I'm almost there. Divide each side by 12. And I get myself my answer, which is n equals 11 over 12. Don't believe me? We'll even check the answer key down at the bottom. Nothing wrong with having an answer key. You can always check your work. And what do you know? 11 over 12. So, this was an example, again, I noticed the number of people made mistakes on and had some trouble with. So I figured I'd walk you through it. The thing is, you don't have to start out by distributing 5/7 at the very beginning. A lot of people did that, and that's what led them down some trouble. Just by multiplying each side by 7/5 gives you a bit of an easier problem like we got right here. 3m plus 2, and it was a little easier to digest. Hopefully this helps you.